guys, welcome to the Silver Spade. Today we're bringing you a tutorial of the 4 ace routine from Monday's video. Here's how it goes, okay? What you need to do is you need a bit of preparation. You take out the 4 aces beforehand and you put them on top of the deck, okay?
Okay.
So, how it goes, you could, when you're showing someone, you could shuffle the cards as long as you keep the 4 top cards on top. Now, if you're doing it quick, they won't really notice it, right? Giving a good shuffle. I'll keep the 4 aces face up for this so you could follow what I'm doing. So basically, it looks like you're really shuffling, but you're actually, see how fast it was? I'll slow it down so you could see. You could actually practice so you keep the 4 cards on top. It could be a little more, it doesn't matter. They won't notice, okay? So 4 aces on top. Now, you hand the deck over to them, okay? You ask them to cut it into 4 piles that are about equal. It doesn't have to be exactly. Hopefully they'll cut it so that the aces are on either the first or the last pile, okay? But say that it happened already, that someone, when I gave it to them to cut, they gave it a cut like this. They cut here, then they cut over here, and they put another one here, and they put here. How you could fix that is that you say, okay, so we'll even give it a bit more of a mix. We'll just mix these two. It doesn't really matter as long as you keep your eyes where the 4 aces are, okay? Just give it a bit more mix, just like that. Mix these two, and finally you could just take the aces and just place them over there. So the 4 aces, if you kept track, they're all here, okay? So here's how it goes. You tell them wherever the aces are, that's going to be the last pile. That's very important. You tell them, since the aces are here, you tell them, okay, we got pile 1, 2, 3, and 4. What you're going to do is you're going to take 3 cards in each pile, okay? You deal down 3, and you deal 1 on each of the remaining piles, okay? Now they'll do that with the rest, just like that. 1, 2, 3, and the other piles, 3. No, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now how this trick works is that after they finish doing that with the 3rd pile, it's already set up so that the top 3 cards, it doesn't really matter what they are, because you're just going to deal them down to the bottom. The principle of this trick, which is really cool, is that you're dealing 3 aces onto the other piles, just like that, and the last ace stays on the 4th pile. So it looks like everything was completely random, and everything, was completely fair. They're setting up your work for you. All you did in the beginning was keep the 4 aces on top. When you tell them, you could even involve it with a little bit of a luck story. Tell them, okay, look, turn over the top card. Alright, 1 ace, that's pretty lucky, right? And you start turning over the other ones, and they're kind of confused because everything seemed like it was mixed up pretty well. And out of all the cards in the deck, they got the 4 aces, the strongest cards in every suit, right? It's diamonds, spades, clubs, and hearts. And they could even look, you could even hand it to them to look, and there will be no problem because those are the only aces in the deck, right? So anyways, that's how that trick goes. It gets great reactions. Hey guys, so I forgot to film this when I was filming the actual tutorial for the 4 ace routine. It's because I improvised this part. I don't know if you realized it in the video, but that's why I'm filming this again. That explains the magical changing shirt. So this is just the little part I improvised afterwards. I did 1 force, and well, that's pretty much it. I did 1 force, and I did the 2 other things were just a bit of card control. So after you did the trick, right, you got the 4 aces. You had after they did all that fun stuff, they revealed the 4 aces. After that, they revealed the 4 aces on top. They're surprised, and you just take all the aces. Of course, you do this rather quickly. You may want to use some misdirection. Not too quickly though, because you don't want them to think something's fishy. You may want to misdirect, do whatever you want, but just get the 4 aces back on top. So what you do there, okay? I did something called a riffle force. I cut the deck, the 4 aces are here, right, because that was the top. I gave the deck a swing cut, and they held, you can't see it from the front or the side because I'm covering it with my left hand, but from the back you could see it's a thumb break, okay? So this riffle force, how it works is you riffle down the deck and you tell them to shout stop at any time. Now it doesn't matter where they say stop. They could say stop here, they could say stop down here. I'll always cut off at this break. So look, if they say stop here, if I had cut off here, it would be too far from the aces, right? So all you do is riffle, say stop down here, angle it towards their faces like I'm angling towards the camera right now, so they don't see that you're cutting off at the break. So see, this jack was at my break. So right there, they say stop here, it doesn't matter, it's not at the jack. I'm cutting off at the jack because the next card's going to be the ace, right? You could do that with 4 different people, you could do it with 1 person or 2 people, how many times you want. So you're going to force the 4 aces 4 times, well, 1 each time, right? So that, tell them not to look at it as soon as they get it. So you say, okay, take the card, don't look at it yet. Then I say, after you distributed the aces, they'll say, okay, look at the cards. They'll look, they'll be surprised, they got the 4 aces. Next thing I did, I'm not sure if it was in this particular order. It was a variation of the Brownie reversal move. Okay, I took all the aces back. I caught another thumb break, but this time it was just under the 4 aces. Okay, you say, okay, I'm gonna try to make the aces pop back up. Give it a cut. No, it wasn't here. Now the pack that you cut off from the bottom, reverse it and put it on top of the 4 aces. So that this is face up, but the 4 aces are still face down. Then you take the pack that wasn't cut, that stayed in your hand. Okay. Oh, that's not it either. It looks like you messed up, right? Then you just put it back. So what you got now is all the cards are face up except for the aces. You say, oh, would you look at that? 4 cards go together and turn back face up. You take them out, they're the 4 aces. Now this other thing I did, I think it was, not sure if it was this order again, but whatever, you know. Put it back on top. And this is what really gets him. You could give him a few false, not exactly false shuffles, but you're keeping the 4 aces on top. You could give it a few false cuts, which I'll teach in a future tutorial, right? Like a few like this, complicated. Alright, and the 4 aces still stayed on top. What you do there, you turn the pack face up, okay? And you say, I'm gonna take random cards from 4 random positions in the deck. You cut a very small portion, maybe about 1/8 of the deck, right? Put it in your left hand, if you're right-handed. And here the thing is, it looks like you're taking the next card from where you stop, but you're actually taking a top card, because from that motion, see the aces are still here, right? From that motion, if you do it quickly, like they don't realize it, but you're actually taking an ace. And if you do that 4 times, getting 4 different cards, apparently from 4 different positions in the deck, you're actually just taking the 4 top cards. You take it out, you see it's the 4 aces. You could do that as many times. I did that, I think, 6 times in a row with a friend the other day. He didn't understand what was going on. He thought I was wizard. And but it's funny because they could look through the deck and again, no problem because these are the only aces. So that's it now. I'll head towards the outro from the previous part. Make sure to keep checking our channel for future tutorials, performances. And that's it for now. Keep your eye out for the silver spade. You know, Mondays and Fridays. Monday we have the performance, and Friday hopefully we have tutorials for those performances. Thanks everyone. Have a good day.